It finally happened. Halloween Horror Nights finally announced something after almost 200 days of nothing. And you know what it was? The Walking Dead. Again. I'm joking, it wasn't that, it was The Last of Us. But, you know. Welcome to the Horror Fiends. I'm your certified horror dad, Kyle Beatty, and today we're talking about HHN and their new announcement being The Last of Us. This was on a lot of speculation maps, and honestly, I am so excited for The Last of Us. Honestly, I'm just excited for announcement season in general because it has been a very, very long time since we got anything about this year. I mean, it's been almost 200 plus days since we got the Chucky announcement last year. So if you haven't seen the teaser for the brand new announcement, The Last of Us House at Horror Nights this year, I'm gonna flash that on the screen for you real quick.
Guys, I'm telling you, it's real.
Why are you so obsessed with this universal legend?
You'd think I'd be used to them by now.
Thanks for paying attention, Jordy.
Sorry.
All right, just skip to exactly 32 seconds in the video and
Please, another conspiracy theory? There's no hidden stuff in the park.
Hey, are you guys seeing this?
Step into the world of The Last of Us. Only at Universal's Halloween Horror Nights.
In a separate video, I'm going to actually dive deep into that video and see if there's any Easter eggs about any upcoming announcements this year. But I did want to go over a brief synopsis of what this house is going to be. So this is The Last of Us based on the video game by Naughty Dog, not the HBO series with Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey. So if any of you are hoping that you're gonna see Daddy Pedro up in there, I'm sorry, but you'll see Daddy Joel nonetheless, and he's a daddy on his own. But here's the synopsis on Halloween Horror Nights' website. Says that you and your squad will encounter the haunting and overgrown world of Naughty Dog's video game in a brand new, terrifying way. As you make your way through an abandoned Pittsburgh, join Joel and Ellie and don't make a sound if you want to survive clickers, hunters, and more. No matter what, keep finding something to fight for. Now, this house is going to bring in a major crowd for HHN, especially with the HBO show doing so amazingly. I played The Last of Us when it came out back on the PS3 a long time ago, back when I had a PS3. And I've just always been a big fan of the story that Naughty Dog was telling. And I just know Horror Nights is going to bring their A game to really perfect the set and the makeup and the overall vibe of a post-apocalyptic world. That is a hard word to say. I'm talking there's going to be amazing clickers. There's going to be, I hope, bloaters. I'm hoping that we're going to get a lot going on here. Seems like this is only going to be in the Pittsburgh portion of the video game. I mean, it's a 10-hour game. It's going to be very hard to cover everything. I know there is the rumor of the Last of Us scare zone, so if that happens, maybe you leave the house and go into another portion of the game into that scare zone. That hasn't been confirmed by Horror Nights though. If you don't know what The Last of Us is, I do recommend you play the game or just give the show a watch. It's not entirely, I mean, it's very accurate. The show is amazing and very accurate to the game. But obviously, again, a 10-hour game being, you know, into a show is going to be hard to kind of cover, but it does tell the story for the most part, just so you get a feel of what it's going to be if you don't feel like playing a very long game. But it's official, HHN's fucking spec season is over. It is now time for HHN announcement season, meaning it's very close to the event. It's June, and I've been MIA for like 2 weeks because I had no content. But it's very close to September at this point. They're gonna have to start announcing everything, which is amazing because I mean I feel like we've waited long enough. But let's not forget about, with every announcement Horror Nights does, there's always merch, and I already bought this one. This is the merch for The Last of Us coming to HHN. It is a white shirt. Didn't know that could be a thing in Universal's archive, but there is a white shirt with a clicker on the front and Joel and Ellie, Last of Us on the sleeve, and Halloween Horror Nights 2023 with a bloody drippy font on the back. I ordered this already. I did. I couldn't help it. A white HHN shirt? Nah, people are going to resell that thing for hundreds of dollars in the future. There also is a white mug that came with it with The Last of Us on it as well. This is also the first time in 10 years we're getting a video game being brought to Halloween Horror Nights. The last time was Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City back in, I believe it was 23. With the cancellation, that does make this 10 years since we got that. And this is also the 10-year anniversary of The Last of Us game because it came out in 2013. So this could open more potential for video games to be adapted in the future. And I know like FNAF is a big one everyone wants, but me personally, I would love to see Dead by Daylight brought into that world as well. But man, thank God I finally got an announcement. My God. I've been waiting every day for this, and I was wrong about it on the video earlier. Like a couple weeks ago, I thought we were getting something. We didn't. Sorry. But I will be making a video watching this teaser and going into see if there's any Easter eggs, see if there's anything that alludes to more Horror Nights announcements coming. I just wanted to pop this video out while the announcement happened today, while I had time, just to inform those who don't follow Horror Nights on Twitter, don't follow the event very close at hand, close at heart, and just show you what's going on in the space of Horror Nights right now. So, are you excited for The Last of Us House coming to HHN 32 this year? I personally am, but opinions are always welcome in the comments. Let me know if you are excited for this, or if this is one of your ones where you're like, meh, it's fine. Also, keep an eye out for the HHN Deep Dive I have coming out this month with a bunch of awesome other Horror Nights creators like Brian from Orlando, Miss Chloe, Losh TV, Kevin Heimbach, The Hero. We have a bunch of creators, Nerd Squish, I mean, and there's a lot. You'll have to go see the promo, but there's a promo out on the community tab of the channel. It's going to be a deep dive into the history of Horror Nights all the way up until this point. It's been a long time since Horror Nights was covered on YouTube, and there's a bunch of new people coming into the space. And you kind of have to learn if there's going to be an icon this year, a special someone. You might want to learn some things about him before you go to the event. Also, I'm going to be having more Horror Nights videos coming out the closer we get to the event. Tips videos. If you're a first timer, you need to know some things before you go. And as more announcements come out, covering those, obviously. So keep your eyes peeled on the Horror Fiends channel for a bunch more HHN content coming in the next few months. I mean, honestly, in the next few weeks at this point. If you like horror or HHN, whether that is in music, media, TV, events, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell notification icon so you are always notified whenever we post. There is other Horror Nights videos on the channel if you have not checked them out. I have one talking about who Oddfellow is. I believe I have one where I didn't predict announcement right. I have decoding the static video we got with the podcaster. I have other videos, go check them out. And you can feel free to follow me on Instagram or Twitter. I will leave those both down in the description below. I post Horror Nights content there and horror content and photos of my lovely wife and our adventures. So make sure you go and check those out. But besides that, until the next video, I will see you in the fog and I will see you in the morgue.